don't know so much about to be able to say people stole money or there was corruption. Businesses failed, and businesses fail all the time.
You got a glimpse of reality that you never have been given insight into. Because there is a perception that everything went. It's not true. What we are saying, in an investment environment, if you look at the market today, or look at yesterday, you may find it will go green, it will go red. Real impact on somebody's pocket. And that is the reality of investment. But what is important, how we look at these things, is do you have an upward trajectory? And that is what we realize. And that is where we are today. So that upward trajectory is how you now construct your investment cake that will bring you the goods. So some will be going up, some may go down, but you must move upwards. Don't misunderstand what has been projected here. It's from a technical perspective that this is what has happened. We just want to give you a perspective. But the governance structure has changed in line with what we consider as best practice, and also on the basis of the lessons learned. So that is an honest approach that we are looking at it. Don't sensationalize it. And what we have also learned from 2008, 2010, we have also picked up new lessons that we are now transmitting into the new generation of mandate holders. I'm sure 5 years from now, we'll also have new learnings. So it goes. But we cannot afford to adopt a passive approach where we freeze Namibia because something has happened. What we need to do is to learn from it and move on that basis. Obviously, nobody would want any loss whatsoever. Nobody. And that is the way we look at it, that one of the biggest prayers I always have when I wake up is precisely that. That I wake up and I hope I hear nothing, no evil today. Yeah, so what my colleague has tried to briefly explain is the reality of what has happened, where we are, and where we are moving to. And but it's a good case. I just came from, I was in New York, where we met other fund managers. They want to learn from us, believe me. They want to learn from us. Even US funds, I've said it before. They want to learn how have we managed, because they've had bigger issues, where they have found themselves, not all of them, but a good number, have found themselves in an unfunded position. In other words, I know some who are 52% funded, 42% funded. We have in excess of 100% funded. One of the few such global funds today. And that is the reality. And we want to do it even better, despite the markets being difficult. Thank you.
The fund has in place to make sure that this has been recovered, especially like the...
Yeah. So monitoring, portfolio monitoring falls in that there's a bucket on portfolio monitoring and risk management. Other than from the DCP where we say now we've moved to a wholesale approach, during those times, all of this was managed by Mr. Levi Chopara and team. You can imagine they were inundated with too much. So in December 2014, GIPF formed the Unlisted Investments Unit. So GIPF now has a unit dedicated to managing the unlisted portfolio. And by and large, a rigorous due diligence process ensures that we try to get best of breed managers on board. But by and large, another function is to really check. So we don't stop and say, oh, we've appointed people who claim they know what they're doing, it's enough, we can go and rest at night. Within the investment policy set forward, there are targets that these funds must meet. In the case of not just an AMPRO fund, but any debt fund, there are specific ratios that they must keep in line with. They must manage their non-performing loan book such that it doesn't go out of generally accepted ranges. The good thing is that we have patient capital. So as a debt fund, they know that they must manage their book such that they are fully cognizant of who they keep, which loans they keep on their watch list, which loans become bad debts, which loans are non-performing and which loans are watchful. So I think a very active part of what the debt funds do goes into monitoring that. When I say we have patient capital, I'm not saying we can just sit back and that people will take a ride of us, that as you say, wanted to put it cash cow. No. What we're saying is, similarly within the listed space, when markets tank, GIPF is able to ride it out because we have the benefit of duration. Now, similarly with funds like the NAMPRO fund, there's offtake, so it's not unsecured lending, it's secured. There's an off-taker, there's recourse legally. What we're saying is we understand that the off-taker, which in this case, let's be honest, is government. Not in all of them, but in the portfolios in the loans that may be affected is government. We are able, the fund is able to ride that wave. Payment will happen. But what we do a lot is to make sure that when the fund manager draws down funds to make new investments, we must manage the exposure. It must be very important that portfolio is well diversified to make sure it's not heavily concentrated in sectors where they'll find problems with government. So we must make sure we have a good split, that even in the construction bucket, that it's not heavily weighted in road construction. If it's mining and quarrying, that's not heavily weighted in one particular mine. So there are those risk management strategies put forward in the agreements that the fund managers must monitor and report on.
The Pukawitz, when he started his business in Namibia, he actually started as a tenderpreneur, supplying vehicles to government. How do we mitigate risk and make sure that we can ensure collection of the funds entrusted to us to manage? As Sara explained, we fund against concrete offtake agreements. Supply contracts can be purchase order, it can be an actual